What up? This is Robert Ory.
Or three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Ory for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Ory from downtown.
Show number 2 of the week. It is the shoot-around. Big Shot Bob, Pod, B-Dog, Brandon Harper, Rob Jenners, 7-time NBA champion, Robert Ory. If you ever have something for the show, for the shoot-around, we did have a few come in late in the week. I want to actually pull a couple off of Twitter or X or whatever the hot hell it's called anymore. We're at Big Shot Bob Pod, pretty much everywhere. You can find me at Rob Jenners, at RK Ory, and at B Harper 90. I'm going to go to let me see this one's it's a random one to start with, but I'm going to bump it up to the front of the list because I don't think I have an answer for it. This came from Shane on X. What are y'all's top 3 favorite songs? That's kind of a loaded question, man.
Yeah. Jesus, that's super loaded.
Yeah, I'm like favorite, like all-time favorite songs. I don't know if that's a question I could answer. Like, I might be able to give you, like, favorite groups, or
No, it's weird because
performers.
you'll be riding along in the car and a song coming like, oh, shit, I ain't heard that in a long time. That used to be my shit. How many times do you say that about a song that comes on?
All
and then
the time.
Play it, you're rewinding and play it again. Like, the other day I heard Encore. I'm like, oh, I used to love this fucking song. I'm like, okay.
Oh, you talking about what, Jay-Z Encore?
No, I can't remember her name.
You talking about Cheryl Lynn?
Yeah, Cheryl Lynn.
Cheryl Lynn. Oh, Encore. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's too many.
I couldn't give you songs.
Man.
I can give you like artists and groups. Like Foo Fighters for me is like a top 3 all time because for me, Dave Grohl is like the epitome of rock music. I mean, the dude was the drummer in Nirvana. Nirvana was an iconic band. Nirvana, of course, fell apart when Kurt Cobain died, and then he goes off and he starts Foo Fighters, which becomes like a next generational iconic rock band. And all of the songs that Foo Fighters puts out are bangers for me, and they're great. I love them all. So Foo Fighters, and I'm a rock radio kid, so that's
for me. It takes me. If I want rap, if I want R&B, if I want jazz, it's just too many things that
you got to put me in the mood.
Yeah, it's just too many things.
Yeah, and to narrow that down to
songs, yeah. I don't have like a specific like go-to song either. It's not like, I guess the question would be if you had a walk-up song in baseball. What would you pick to be your walk-up song?
So we used to have songs like that when we were with the Lakers. If you hit a shot, they'd play your song. And I didn't have a song. They kept switching my song. And then one time they put on Sweet Home Alabama. I said, don't you play that damn song.
Oh, no.
Don't you play that damn song because you heard it so much in college. And I don't want to hear that shit again. But it's
that's a lot of songs to be played.
Yeah. Yes, it was weird. It would just be like a 1 second thing. But I never really had a walk-up song, too. I had to really think about that because there's too many good songs you want to walk up to.
It's true. Yeah, and I think a lot of it, like you said, depends on when the mood hits you. Mm-hmm. All right, let's move on to our first topic here. Statistically, the best players in the NBA. I just brought this up because I thought this was interesting. So basically how this list works is there's an overarching metric that combines the players and the team statistics with their productivity on the court, the number of games played, the number of games missed, kind of all factored in to tell you statistically who's been the best players this season, who's played the most, who's produced the most on teams that have won the most, is your basic idea here. Mm-hmm. Number 1 on the list was Shea. Statistically best player from that metric. Played the most games, hasn't missed a lot of time, team's performing well, and he's performing well. Number 2 was Giannis. Number 3 was Jokic. Number 4 was Luka. Number 5 was Embiid. Number 6 was Anthony Davis. I don't think there's anything crazy or strange on this list. Yeah, AD, I guess, because he hasn't missed the games.
No, because they're a 500 team. Those other teams are above 500. That's why I was.
They are.
That was weird.
But I think statistically, the games that he's played, and he hasn't missed a lot of time.
I think he's only missed like 3 games.
I think he has. It's a small handful.
Yeah.
You said at the beginning of the season he was going to play 65, 70 games this year. I was like, okay. So he
He
may.
came in this season in shape to me. I looking at his body, it was totally different from his body last season. So
There's a few more that I think are.
I am sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry that Ant-Man is like 19. I thought he would be
Ant-Man's
higher.
19th on this list.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Sabonis was 7. Jason Tatum was 8. Tyrese Maxey was 9. Jalen Brunson was number 10.
Yeah,
That sort of surprised me.
well, I think with the Tatum one, I thought he'd be higher because they are the number 1 team in basketball. But it's just, I would love to see this formula.
It's a weird. It's. I mean, it's also taking into account team statistics, how you play off other guys. Like, there's a number of things that got factored into this.
Look at Steph is at 21. They boo boo.
Yeah, and they're not good. They're not very good right now. Yeah, Paul George was 22. The Clippers are playing pretty well.
Yeah.
Karl Anthony Towns was 23. Chet Holmgren was 24. I mean, there's just a weird list. Paolo Banchero was 26. Scotty Barnes, face of the league. Scotty Barnes, number 28. Gobert was 29. Trae Young, by the way, on a Hawks team that is not good at all, is number 16.
See, sometimes I think some nerd is sitting there and says, well, what can I think? What can I think of?
Yeah, I created a formula that's going to confuse the shit out of people. Julius Randle was 14. Like, what? Over Ant-Man and James Harden came in at 30. De'Aaron Fox is 20. I mean, I don't know. Just the fact that some of these guys fell in ahead of them was wild to me. But statistically, I guess off of this list, who would you want to roll with? Like, if you look at your top 10 here, and I mean, God bless, I don't know why Jay LeBron's in there. Is it like if you had?
Wait a minute. Jalen Brunson is.
Yeah, I know, but 10th.
He's
10th
balling, but they reckon it's not that good though.
Yeah.
Compared to, like, think about Cat and Ant-Man, they have a better record and they below him. So I see what you're going with that. But
yeah,
out of that list, I'm taking Giannis.
Of the top few, you're going to roll with Giannis.
I think I'm going to roll with Giannis. But don't get me wrong, Embiid is fucking lighting it up right now. But I just think overall, I just like how hard Giannis plays and his defense that he brings.
I mean, too, and I'm enjoying watching Luka play this year. Maybe more so than previous years. Not to knock any previous years, but it's just been every time I get to spend any kind of time watching him. Damn, he's fun. Yeah. Now, you're right, though. He takes a lot of wild shots sometimes, and he moves that ball a little fast. He needs to slow down a little bit sometimes.
Yeah. I might want to backtrack a little bit. I'm watching the way AD is playing this year. He's playing like Giannis. You get to see
that up close, yeah.
In the sense that he's playing hard each and every possession, like guarding guys on the perimeter. So I might have to back that one up because AD can shoot free throws.
All right, well, moving off of that weirdo list. This question came from Davis. Just saw the Ryan Rollins story. Have you guys ever been caught stealing? Here, before we answer the question.
Oh, sorry.
Let me roll back and at least explain the Ryan Rollins story. Wizards guard Ryan Rollins has been accused of shoplifting groceries, body wash, and candles from a Virginia area Target on multiple occasions. Police said in court documents that Rollins stole small household items, such as groceries, body wash, and candles from Target on 7 different occasions, from September 9th to November 9th, when he was on the Wizards roster. He was charged with 7 counts of petite larceny. I've never even heard of this. Petite larceny? Like mini stealing. And the items to alleged have been stolen in each incident were valued at less than $1,000. The first comment under the story: Ryan Rollins is averaging 0.8 steals per game in his career. They got the wrong guy.
Hey, you heard so many comments after this, man. It was funny, man.
I freaking love the internet.
They heard
How much does he? What's his salary? What's his annual salary?
Who knows, man? I don't know.
They had one that said the coach told him that he need to get more steals, and she said he took it too far.
He's going to make 1.7 this year. $1.7 million. And you stole less than $1,000 worth of body wash, candles, and groceries.
Hopefully he doesn't have, some people, he might be a klepto and he don't even know he's doing it. So
I hope that's not the case.
I'm hoping it's the case and he can get help for that. But I don't want anybody to be caught stealing.
No.
that has money to pay for it.
That's crazy.
Have you ever been caught stealing? Even as a kid? No, never been caught taking $5 out of your mama's wallet or something?
Oh yeah, that because I know my mom caught me like she used to. Well, my mom was my grandmother. My mom, when she would go out of town to finish her degree, she would always leave me money for the weekend. And I found out where she was hiding. My grandma was hiding. So, I wanted to go to the arcade. So I go steal like $1, and she caught me one time to say, boy, I was wondering where that money was going. I'm like, I only stole $1. I don't know what's that. And actually it was like $5. So I got caught doing that.
Okay.
But it was my money. In my mind, I wasn't stealing because the money was for me.
Mama, this is an advance. This is an advance. This is a payday loan, Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got caught stealing the exact same way.
Yeah.
I got caught red-handed taking $10 out of my mom's wallet. But I was the same exact thing. I was a kid. I wanted to go to the mall. You went to the mall to hang out with your friends. You had to have a little bit of scratch to go buy some food or whatever the hell you wanted to do. Go to Spencer's and buy the little titty shot glass or whatever the hell you're trying to spend money on at the mall. But I had no money. So a couple of times in the past, I had gone in my mom's wallet, left out on the counter, and taken a couple of dollars and never gotten caught. So I was like, woohoo. You do something a few times, you think you're hot shit, you can get away with it.
You get comfortable.
And she baited me. Left it out on the counter to see if I would get into it and rounded the corner with my hand in the, oh man, I got my ass beat and I got grounded and I didn't go to the mall for a while. But only time in my life I ever got caught doing anything nefarious like that.
See, B grew up in the time with he just I have it on my phone. I just Venmo me.
Of the what?
I said B had he didn't get this because he had like Venmo and all this stuff on his phone. So he already had.
He's insinuating that you're younger than we are. Yeah.
I mean that is true. That's a
we're
fact.
somehow old men. We paid for things in stone tablets in our
We
day.
paid for cash. I guarantee you don't even have cash anymore, do you, B?
At times, but most of the times I don't. At times I do though.
Yeah.
I grew up in a family where I was taught always have cash.
Yeah,
even if it's $20 or $25, always have some kind of cash on
we
you.
tell Christian that now because we so old school. Like he said, what I need cash for? I got my phone. I'm like, that's coming out of my credit card, fool. No,
right?
You use your
How does
money
he need cash for? I got dad's info right here.
Because most of the time you used to just have to keep cash on you. For instance, like if you were going to dinner and you were going to valet, and you give the slip to valet a 10 or a 20, and you can still do that. But now you don't have to do that because most valets have cash out, they have Venmo, they have Apple Pay, they have all of that.
How about this when you go take a piss and he had the little thing. He gives you a napkin like, oh, it's right there. I'm like, what's right there? Oh, you can tip me right there. Like,
I'm not tipping
dude,
you.
The guy in the restroom is a racket, by the way.
No, I'm not doing that. Sorry.
No, I can pull my own paper towel, bro. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm
I ain't tipping you to pee.
Yeah,
sorry.
Until next time you got to pee and suddenly the door don't open. Oh man, oh no, something must be wrong.
You got to tip someone to watch you pee, and then make sure you wash your hands, and then give you something to dry your hands. He can take the soap and squirt it in your hands. I was like, hold on, I don't even know where you got that soap from, dude.
I've never known the purpose. Why do some restaurants or places have that person in the back? What's the purpose?
It's the illusion of being fancy.
Exactly.
It's not even because it's not even a reality of being fancy. It's like this weird illusion. Like if there's a guy in the bathroom, oh, this must be a high-end restaurant. Oh, no. Meanwhile, you're at an Applebee's and it's a homeless guy. But either way, you know what I mean? It's like guy in the restroom. It's like, yeah, it's this weird illusion.
They're gonna start putting one in Waffle House.
Oh no, listen to me. Do not go into the Waffle House bathroom if somebody's in there. Okay, just turn and go pee in the parking lot like the rest of us. You don't need to be in the Waffle House. And if there is a man in the Waffle House restroom asking for money, turn and run. Okay, turn and run. I also have a list here from a different website, and I wanted to get your take on it because it's weird. And a lot of the lists I find online, most of them are weird. This one's super weird. Every team's most disappointing player.
That's crazy.
And I'm not a huge fan of dumping on anybody, but this is a weird metric that somebody created for points per game compared to last season, compared to team performance, compared to all of these things. And they also factored in the idea of preseason hype and team marketing inclusion, meaning this is somebody that this team puts on a lot of stuff, either on billboards, on pamphlets, on game banners, all that stuff. And the most disappointing players from every team, I only put about 10 on here because these were the 10 that stood out to me. Some of them I understood. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Some of these I was like, the Hawks, because B works for the Hawks. Hawks' most disappointing player, according to this metric, was DeAndre Hunter. Largely to injury and lack of scoring.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
And I thought that was pretty fair.
Yeah.
Fair. The Celtics' most disappointing player has been Jrue Holiday.
Interesting.
Less than 13 points per game and lackluster defense since being traded to the Celtics.
That's why they brought him over, as far as defense around the perimeter.
Apparently his defensive numbers are down considerably from earlier.
And they got the best record in basketball.
And they're the best team in the NBA. So somehow Jrue Holiday's their most disappointing player.
Mm-hmm.
The Nets' most disappointing player, Mikal Bridges.
The
Rob,
scoring machine?
I thought you were big on Mikal Bridges.
I am, but you got to think about it. I don't know. I can't think of the guy's name right now, but they got the guy on there who's taking all them damn shots now.
Oh, Cameron.
Yeah, Cameron.
Yeah.
So like he's a team player. He's one of the true team players in this league where he's okay. You go do your thing. So
his points per game average is down by more than 6 from last year, and he's shooting under 45%.
Shit, that's still better than probably 3/4 of the league.
Yeah, really. You're not joking. In today's league. The Bulls' most disappointing player thus far has been Zach LaVine.
Look what they put next to attitude.
Attitude. And that was a huge part of it. Attitude.
Uh-huh.
Because he don't want to be there. Like, if you told him you got to be at the airport in 15 minutes, he would have a bag packed. Like, he's like when the pregnant women have a go bag and they just grab it and they run. That's Zach right now. He's ready. He wants out.
That's how I was when I was in Phoenix.
You had the go bag just in case you've been traded.
Bag.
I'm already packed. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Nuggets' most disappointing player, Michael Porter Jr. Due to points per game and shooting percentage.
Oh, he must not be having the best year.
Both down.
I like Michael Porter Jr. I like his game.
Rob brought him up a bunch.
He's playing better defense this year. He's blocking shots and playing defense. So shit, I guess he don't have enough energy to shoot the thing now.
The Warriors' most disappointing player?
This is a given.
Draymond Green.
Well, we know the reason for that.
Simply for suspensions and games missed.
Mm-hmm.
Just a huge piece that hasn't been there much. Grizzlies' most disappointing player, Jaren Jackson Jr.
I thought it'd be Ja.
Percentage is down and defense is down, and largely because of Memphis's record without Ja.
It's not Ja because of how he swings things when he's back in the lineup.
Right. Well, that's the thing. He's disappointing because he's not in the lineup.
Right. Well, I mean, you catch a suspension, you're back for 9 games, and then you get hurt. Yeah, that sucks for him.
The Lakers one is funny.
The Lakers one, everyone besides LeBron and Anthony Davis is their most disappointing players because of records and where they are and standings. And everybody was expected to do more, and the only 2 guys they feel like are producing are LeBron and AD.
That's funny.
Let's see the last 2. The Suns was Bradley Beal. Their big acquisition, largely due to injuries, 16 points per game, which I think everybody wanted to see more out of him. But, I mean, when he's not on the floor. And then the Blazers, I actually agree with this one. DeAndre Ayton, most disappointing player for the Blazers. Only 13 points per game thus far since being moved to the Portland Trail Blazers. And
I forgot he was over there.
I know. And the Blazers got beat by what, like, damn, 60-something points?
Yeah.
The other night? Twice?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, God bless. And a lot of it is effort. That was the other thing that got like a flag for DeAndre Ayton, effort.
It's almost like DeAndre says, shit, I wanted to get up out of Phoenix, but I didn't know I was going to go to this hellhole.
Yeah, what am I doing?
Like, shit, man. I thought I'd go to a contender.
Stop my bitching and just stayed where I was.
But see, here's the thing. Like, certain guys, and this is the frustrating part about some certain guys who are super talented and even, still very young, is that they want to go somewhere where they can win, not knowing that, bro, you're supposed to be part of the difference in winning and losing. Like, you're supposed to be one of those players that makes the difference between whether your team wins or lose. You got so many of these talented guys that want to go somewhere and be a part of something. And really what they want is they want the praise, but they don't want any of the blame.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that happens a lot. That happens a lot in this
and
league.
That frustrates me. It's like, dude,
it's
you're
like
supposed to be one of the reasons why we winning.
It's like that old thing in the old commercial. It's like there's no I and no it's no I in team. Ain't no we either. It's just, but hey, I got mine. It's up to them to get theirs. So it's like one of those things like, hey, I'm doing my job. I got 20 and 10. What else you want me to do? I'm like, get a W.
Something. There's no I in team, but you can do what Kobe told Shaq. He said, but there's an M-E in that motherfucker. All right, last one. Gobert getting mocked by Westbrook. I had to pull the audio because the audio I thought was hysterical. There was a fan sitting front row next to the Clippers bench, and Gobert had airballed a free throw prior. Westbrook, I guess the fan busts his phone out and starts recording to see if Gobert's going to do it again. And Westbrook turns to the fan and goes, yo, you got to tell me what happens here because I can't even watch this man shoot another free throw. Here's the audio. You're going to hear Brody in the beginning.
Hey, let me know what you do with this song. I got you. I'm watching for you right now. All right. He's shooting right now. Oh!
He airballed 2 free throws, and there's actually video, not just of this video, but there's video of the Clippers bench just falling out laughing. I mean, falling out laughing after he airballs 2 free throws in a row. I think Gobert got the better of them, though, because he hit 4 down the stretch and beat the Clippers.
So how you like me now?
He got them when they counted. As Shaq used to say, I hit them when they counted.
Exactly.
Did you ever have a stretch where you struggled with free throws?
You know, it's weird. I struggled with free throws when I got to San Antonio. I never really struggled, but I got to San Antonio. It was like you fell into that little.
Is it like a mental thing or like?
I just started missing. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't miss this minute. I'm like, what the hell? You know, I could say this. No, this is my claim to fame. When I was with the Rockets, Kenny and I, we were 1-2 in the NBA till like December in first and second in free throw percentage. And then all of a sudden I missed a couple and I fell. But yeah, I've always been a decent free throw shooter.
Is that something that you actually spend considerable time working on, or is it just as a player, it's just something that comes along with your game?
Believe it or not, you shoot a lot of fucking free throws as a player. Well, I did. I was like, me and Shaq used to be going aside, and man, we would shoot probably about 200 free throws, play games, play the Swish game, you know, and so he and I shot a lot of free throws together, just shooting the shit, and you know, that's how he and I became close, because we just used to sit and, you know, shoot free throws and talk.
Okay. Is it something that you think guys need to work more on? Or like, is it something that you just think is kind of like a given? Oh, no, I can hit a free throw.
No, you'll be amazed at how many guys work on free throws.
Really?
Because, yeah, you'll be amazed. It's because you do it, but it's not something that, you know, you put it, it's not something that's glamorous where you're like, oh, I'm going to put this in my workout video where I'm shooting free throws.
Of course not. But you got to hit them.
Yeah, I would tell you this. No guys work on free throws during the off season, but they do during the season. They shoot a lot of free throws during the season.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, especially, too, when you get in these late game situations and they're must-make situations, and you're down by 2, and you have to hit both of them to make it a 2-possession game.
Yeah, I remember sitting there one time in practice watching Dennis Rodman shoot free throws. I think I watched him make like 60 in a row. And I'm like, that's when I knew that this dude was bullshitting us. Because if you ever know, no, seriously, I want you to think about this. Dennis Rodman never missed a free throw when he needed it. Think about it. You go back to all the Bulls games, and when game was close, he would make it. When the game was out of reach, he would like miss him, do this shit right here, or when he made it do this. That motherfucker was fooling the shit out of everybody. He was an excellent free throw shooter. I sat there and watched him make 60 in a row one day.
So it was a game for Rodman.
It was a game to him.
It's just a game for him.
He's a showman. He knows what to do.
Like, I'm good with missing them. Don't airball. don't airball them. You know what I mean? Like, if you hit one off the back of the rim, or you brick a couple front of the rim. Oh, all right. Look, ain't the end of the world. Don't miss the rim entirely, Rudy.
One free throw one time, man. I was like, my shoulder was hurting. It was actually in the playoffs in the 2005 when I just got that dunk on Rip, and my shoulder was on freaking fire. And I tried to shoot it, and it gave out, and the other arm didn't go up either. And it just skipped the front of the rim. Like, phew.
At least it hit the rim, man.
At least it hit the rim.
Just catch some metal for me, for God's sake.
I bet I was shooting that bitch with one hand, man.